From the windup, and that ball is blasted center field. There's number one.
Listen, sometimes I gotta start these videos off with a throwback clip that was 10 years ago today. Just a quick reminder, I wanna humble everyone watching. If you wanna go climb a mountain, go climb a mountain. If you haven't talked to a family member in a while, please call them, because 10 years, it goes by like that. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. I'm sorry that we got a little bit emotional to begin today's video, but that's besides the point. We have a lot of baseball to talk about. The Yankees and the Astros are right now on an ALCS collision course. Miggy made some history yesterday against the Orioles, and the former #1 overall pick, Royce Lewis, finally got on the board with his first big league home run. Now, a quick reminder, if you're going to any baseball games or concerts anytime soon, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off your entire order. Now, another update, that is the update. Just that picture alone. Robinson Cano is now on the Padres. All right, so to get today's recap started, we're going to talk about the slugfest between the Royals and the Rockies, and then after that, the Phillies and the Dodgers. Benny Biceps plus Coors Field equals kabang, 433 feet on that one. Salvi and Dozier, they answer the comeback from the Rockies with 2 runs of their own. And look at Bobby. Bobby Witt Jr. flexes his top 1% sprint speed on this 2-run triple, and the Royals end up with 8 before the 5th inning comes to an end. Colorado does it again. They fight back. It's 8-7 going into the 7th when Michael Taylor and Whit Merrifield both do some damage, and Benny Biceps wants another extra base hit. That's a 3-bagger, and he goes 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs on the day, and in steps Ryan O'Hearn. He's known for his power when he can actually connect and actually hit the baseball. 445 feet. That is impressive, no matter if you're playing at Coors Field or not. Scott Barlow comes in. He grabs save number 3. The Royals beat the Rockies 14-10. Another high-scoring game. Bryson, my friend, there he is with that sweet inside-out swing, and I think that must have angered the LA Dodgers because they went off for 3 runs, but guess who does it again? Yep, Bryson. He has an RBI single in the 4th to kickstart a huge 4th when Kyle Schwarber punishes this baseball for a 2-run shot, and another huge inning happens for Philly. Bryce Harper starting it with a 3-run 6th inning. Castellanos singles in for an RBI, and then Harper belts another home run in the 8th. If we take a look at his season, he's got 13 doubles, 8 home runs, and a 170 OPS plus with 1 arm, might I remind you. So the Phillies are up by 2 in the 8th. Okay, never mind. JT, no, not Real Muto, Justin Turner ties it up. We need some free baseball where Castellanos takes over. That is a 2-run double, and then he scores on an error. So the Dodgers are losing. They try to fight back a little bit, but Bryson Stott closes it just barely after a little bobble. So the Phillies take the first 2 against the Dodgers. Those are 2 big-time wins for the Phillies and their fan base. The Twins and the Guardians. Aaron Savali has been the quintessential embodiment of live human batting practice. He has given up like 27 earned runs in 24 innings. So Byron Buxton and Jorge Polanco, they show that, and then skip to the 5th. Max Kepler delivers with 2 outs, and Gary Sanchez looks so different with a beard, but he got all of this one, a 3-run shot. And look at Royce Lewis. Now, he went up to Gary because Gary had a 3-run shot. Royce, his first career home run is a grand slam. He is the nicest kid ever. I hung out with him pretty much for an entire day back when we met at the Washington, D.C. All-Star game when Bryce Harper won the home run derby. So just a really nice kid. I could not be happier for him coming back from ACL surgery. This Twins offense is disgusting, so they win 12-8. But I will say this Guardians offense is here to stay, I hope. Andres Jimenez, look at him. 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. Did we win the Lindor trade? I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood so I don't jinx it, but Minnesota now sits at 19-14. Cleveland and Chicago are tied at 15-16. So, yeah, they're pretty much neck and neck with first place, but you know who's not neck and neck? The Yankees. The Giancarlo Stanton is one of the scariest human beings to ever step into the batter's box, so it's probably not a good idea to let him get hot. Well, you done messed up. That is 3 2-run home runs in the last 48 hours. Aaron Hicks is finally showing off some ISO power. ISO is really just raw power with an RBI double. Donaldson is starting to heat up as well. Judge, look at him. 12 home runs, and this Yankees offense, they just need Joey Gallo to get going. Oh, okay. My friend belts his 4th home run of the year. He's now hitting .320 over the last 14 days. Donaldson gets an Oppo Taco. He belts his 4th, and the Yankees legitimately have a chance to have 6-7 guys with 20 home runs and a 100 OPS plus. I mean, that is almost unheard of. This Yankees offense is elite at basically everything aside from base running, unless Tim LeCastro is in the game. The Rays and the Jays, Brandon Lowe drives one to center. George Springer, he's trying to track it, and unfortunately, he can't make the play and hurts his ankle in the process. He left with an ankle sprain, so he's probably going to miss a few days. Mike Zunino and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. trade RBI singles in the 5th and the 6th, and Drew Rasmussen comes out after allowing that run, but he lowers his season ERA to 2.67. This one was tied going into the bottom of the 8th when Tampa Bay, they finally stopped playing around and they popped off a little bit. Manuel Margot, Francisco Mejia, and finally Brandon Lowe, they all do some damage. That was the second triple of the game for Brandon Lowe. He makes it 5-2, and then Jason Adam notches his first career save. Good for Jason Adam as the Rays escape with a 5-2 victory. The Boston Red Sox and the Rangers, a very, very easy game to recap. Thank you, Boston. So they get it going with a hit and run. Rafi pokes one through the gap, and look at Hernandez. He makes a play in center field. He steals extra bases. Verdugo fouls one off his ankle that can't feel very good. Maybe it made him angry, and he used all of that on a drive to right. It did not leave, but it was an RBI double. Franchi Cordero doubles in Alex, and then Vasquez makes it 5-0, and Xander Bogaerts is just an automatic 20 home runs, 80 plus RBIs, an 850 plus OPS. He is going to be so good, and apparently right now the Cardinals are in talks to try and trade for him if the Boston Red Sox do not get back on track, but this was a big-time W if that's the case. Red Sox 7, Rangers 1. I mean, since 2018, I just want to remind you guys, Xander Bogaerts has a 134 OPS plus, so he might be a Hall of Famer in the making if he can keep this up the next decade. I don't know if that's going to happen because he is getting up there in age. The Astros and the Nationals, question for you guys, are the Houston Astros ever going to lose again? Jose Altuve jumps on this one for his 6th home run. Bregman has a double to make it 2-0. Wait, there's more. Alvarez has an RBI single right before Yuli Gurriel breaks loose for his first home run of the year. If you don't remember, Yuli Gurriel won the batting title a year ago, so he's not even hot right now. So if they can get Yuli going, I mean, the Astros might never lose a game for the rest of the year. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic. They're clearly going to lose. But if that wasn't good enough, here's David Ortiz. I mean, Yordan Alvarez smoking home run number 11, and Framber Valdez turned the Nationals offense into mincemeat. Valdez nearly goes 8 innings, striking out 6, and only allows 1 earned run. So that's 11 consecutive wins, and good luck everyone else if you're not the Astros. The Mariners and the Mets, J-Rod makes a nice grab in the first half of the game, but Lindor does end up scoring on that sac fly. Jesse Winker bat flips this single in the 4th, and that's because he has some history back when he was with the Reds. He was kind of just making fun of Mets fans, so they were booing him all day long, and he was having fun. Marco Gonzalez nearly goes 7 innings with 5 strikeouts, but he was going up against Mad Max. Max had 6 strikeouts and induces a double play to escape a bases-loaded jam in the 7th, and the Frenchman, who is not French, Ty France, comes up huge. He goes the other way. That's when Ty France is at his best, when he lets the ball travel. The Mariners a 2-1 lead, and then Drew Steckenrider notches his 2nd save of the year. Let's talk about another AL West team, the Angels. And I guess the A's in the same breath. Brandon Marsh collects RBI number 20, and Andrew Velasquez turns on one in the 5th. But this game was all about the rookie Chase Silseth. He is the first player from the 2021 draft to make his debut, and he was drafted in the 11th round, so good for him. My little brother has been talking about this kid for a while. He also told me that Jared Kelenic was not going to be very good, and Jared Kelenic got demoted. He is now in AAA, so he joins the Akil Baddoo party of kind of young players that were popping off, where Kelenic wasn't very good, but he did end 2021 hot. Thought that we were going to maybe see a better version of him. I just think my brother should be a scout at this point. Either way, Silseth, as you just saw, was dialed in. He was on easy mode. 6 shutout innings, 4 punch outs, allowed just 1 base hit. He gets up to 97. He has a devastating changeup. The kid is legit, and if he can keep this up, the Angels just got even scarier. I hope that they don't overwork him, though. Iggy gets his 8th save, and the Angels improve to 22-12, just a half game back of the streaking Astros. The Padres and the Braves, Eric Hosmer, stay hot, kid. That's 2 runs for San Diego, and make it 3 after this Will Myers moonshot. I'm so happy that he's back and healthy. He could be a 20 home run, 15 stolen base threat if he keeps this up. Swanson, I know he's missed a lot of time, so maybe that's not actually possible. But either way, Swanson mashes a 3-run bomb to put Atlanta out in front, only to have those runs taken directly back from Ha-Seong Kim. He punishes this one, a 3-run shot of his own. He has 15 RBIs and a 130 OPS plus. I know that he is not Tatis, but so far he's been doing pretty good, having a breakout season, trying his best with 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. That's pretty solid production. Myers lifts a sac fly, and that was right before Trent Grisham snaps an 0 for 15 streak. That's a 3 RBI double, and he gives the Padres an 11-6 6 lead. And then Taylor Rogers, again, I don't really know how this happened. Maybe a lot of base runners got on, but he comes in and closes it for his 13th save. And the Padres are now 21-12, and they are good at everything. The Cardinals and the Giants, very easy game to recap. Thank you, Giants. Luis Gonzalez singles to score Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski doubles in the third after Harrison Bader could not corral this one, and Logan Webb was spinning his web. He was sick yesterday. He kept the Cardinals in check, holding them to 1 earned run in 6. And fast forward to the 8th when Crawford singles in Yaz, and look who's back. The potential future Hall of Famer Evan Longoria goes to right field for a double, and he brings home 2. And then Kurt Casale rips one 402 feet as the Giants completely embarrass the Cardinals. Milwaukee is easily the best team in the NL Central, but in regards to who's the best team in the NL West, I mean, 3 teams have 20 wins, and even the Diamondbacks are in striking distance. And speaking of the Diamondbacks, let's talk about them right now. The Cubs find themselves looking pretty good, well, until the 3rd inning when Ketel Marte has an RBI double, and that starts a rally. Christian Walker singles in Ketel immediately after he gets on, and Pavin Smith delivers. That RBI double ties it up at 3-all, and then Drew Smiley throws a wild pitch, so he essentially throws the game as Rojas scores, and Mark Melancon comes in for a save opportunity. He closes the door for his 7th save, and Arizona is also showing they're no joke. They're here to win some. The Reds and the Pirates, since he gets some help offensively in the 3rd, but Brian Hayes ties it in the 3rd off of Tyler Mahle. Hayes is quietly having an insane season, a 1.9 WAR and a 144 OPS plus, and he has not hit a single home run, so he is an extra base machine, and he is playing just sick defense. Anyways, back to the real baseball team that everyone respects. Okay, but seriously, all jokes aside, I think the Pirates are playing better than I thought, but Mike Moustakas and the Reds have been playing great over the last week. So Mike Moustakas belts one, and then Brandon Drury takes over for a while. That's a 2-run double, and then he's not done. A 2-run, 420-foot blast. Look at his stats this year. 8 doubles, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, a 142 OPS plus. He has been kind of like the redeeming shining light along with Tyler Stevenson for the Reds offense. He used to be an extra base machine with Arizona, but he kind of fell off a little bit. So this Reds version of Brandon Drury is just built different, I guess. Moose lifts another, and the Reds have won 3 in a row. By the way, the starter of that game for the Pirates, Mitch Keller, he's 0 for 5 with a 6.6 ERA. Maybe time for him to shift to the bullpen. The Brewers and the Marlins, Pablo Lopez versus Corbin Burns. So I can promise you this is going to be a low-scoring game. Colton Wong has other ideas. Well, I guess his other teammates did not, because that home run is matched by Jesus Aguilar in the 3rd, and that's all of the scoring off of both starters. Pablo Lopez got mad. He channels it for 11 strikeouts on 3 base hits in 7 innings. Corbin Burns was about as lethal, throwing 7 innings himself with 7 strikeouts. He lowers his ERA to 1.17, and when I read off this stat line, you're going to have your jaw drop. Over the last 275 innings, Corbin Burns has a 2.25 ERA and a 1.95 FIP, which is basically prime DeGrom numbers and prime Pedro Martinez. I mean, what the heck is going on? Anyways, this game is still tied in the top of the 9th, and DJ Peterson takes a walk to give Josh Hader the lead, and of course, he converts it. He's automatic. That is save number 13 for Josh Hader. And last but not least, Miggy. He's almost 40 years old, but still kind of getting the job done. He's still pretty good at getting on base. I think he has a 330 OBP. This RBI double allows him to pass Barry Bonds. He now sits alone for 17th all-time with 602 doubles. And then Miggy swats his 504th Tater. And then Willie Castro and Torkelson, they add to the lead with a few RBI base hits. Erod was good, not great. I'll give him good. He throws nearly 7 scoreless, which is great, but he allowed 5 hits and 4 walks, so not very efficient, but the baseball gods were feeling generous. They let him get off easy. Baltimore tries to make the comeback. They hit 2 home runs on 2 consecutive pitches. But Will Vest comes in and saves the day for the Tigers. He secures his first career save as well. All right, everyone, well, that is going to do it for today's recap. A quick reminder, if you have any beefs with anyone, if you want to go do something, do that right now. I would say have a very, I'm going to do that right now mentality. Again, time doesn't stop for anyone. No regrets. What does this mean? Yeah, no regrets. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hit subscribe and enjoy the web gems.
In the air, left field, pretty well hit. Quan back at the wall, and yes, sir, he held on.
That one sent out to Brandon Marsh. No problem. Andrews, man, he got a quick jump on that. The throw to third is a good one. He's out!
2. Liner into left with some sink and a diving grab. Arozarena.
Baez, a slow grounder to short. Mateo will have to hurry. He fires a dart. You just can't sneak it by Jorge Mateo. To shortstop, Tim tracks it down, spins it to first, and And on the stretch, Jose does reel it in.
A lot of ties.
Ground ball toward the hole, backhanded. Broncos throw.